Well, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Midnight, and I'm back again with another Mayans review. This one's going to be a fun one. This might be actually, it's not even a might. This is the best episode for season 5 to date. So, without further ado, let's dive right on into it. Technical difficulties. What's going on, everybody? I'm back. Good to see y'all. Don't even have my banner going. What do we have here? There we go. Now we're set. Cool. Honestly, guys, I gotta say this is my favorite episode to date. This was great. A lot of things were revealed and pulled from under the rug, and some traitorous tendencies that we have going on here. Yeah, it gets real. So the episode starts off with. Hold on, there we go. Just that there. Excellent. So the episode starts off with Bishop and Angel and Nestor all going out on a drive-by to take down some suns, right? They're going sun hunting, as I predicted. 3 predictions came through. Well, obviously they were sun hunting, so let me take that back. 2 of my predictions came true in this, and I knew it. Can't help but get into it. But starts off with the shooting that takes place. Angel guns down one of the sons. And then after that, Bishop is telling he's telling the story about it, and he does tell it in a very funny way. He's like, come on, man, you couldn't let the guy finish his cookies and cream first. He said, nah, I'm gonna spill this man's brain and have all 31 flavors all over the place. Like, it was great. And Angel also voiced his concern at the table about the dealing with the fentanyl and seeing what happened with Lobo and how it's really freaking him out. And it's just like, I can't hold on to it anymore. Like, and when he shot the son, you could see in his face that there was a remorse here. Like, Angel does not want to be in any of this. This war isn't good for anybody. He knows it. His family, the club, all of it. And he says, I joined this club for brotherhood. I didn't come here to be a drug dealer. But then Easy just, as I thought, I put in the breakdown video, I thought he was tossing the gavel just like, whatever. But, saying that this is a war that they have to win. But really, it was money that he was putting on the table from the sale that they made. And they made a good bit of money, too. Yeah, so, and everyone was happy with what they received. Later on after the meeting, Angel doesn't take the money, and Hank talks to Easy about what's going on as far as, his mom, and Easy asks him about his mom, and then he asks if there's any update on Creeper. And, he's like, still working on it. Says he's getting close, though. And from the previous episode, we know that Katie knows that Easy was the rat after digging through Jimenez's file. So she goes and sees Creeper, tells him Creeper doesn't believe her. He's not falling for it. He's like, you're lying. There's no way that it's Easy Ray. As the president of it wouldn't be. It can't be. But then he goes to see Raymond Cruz, Smokey was his character's name in this. He goes to see him, and Smokey just confirms it for him, essentially because Smokey was JJ's cousin, and JJ knew something was up. Something was funny about Easy, and all of a sudden he stopped hearing from him. Well, Smokey stopped hearing from JJ. Why? Well, because Easy smoked him in the pickup truck in the rain. So there was that. Also, hear me out. We didn't get much more from Letty and Hope. We haven't really seen like a lot from them since episode 3. Yeah, haven't seen much from them since episode 3. This one shows them, they're dancing and having this party, just goofing off, and it looked like they were having the best time, truly. But towards the end, it gets revealed that, well, we saw the official trailer when, Isaac is, from the hand tight, he's reaching on her face. It's covering her mouth, right? He plans to snatch her. Well, not her per se. I think he's taking Hope. That's my theory. He's taking Hope, but he wants Letty to do something for him first. Now, let me backtrack all the way back to the beginning. I know, all over the place, crazy. I'm sorry, guys. The Grim Bastards, right? They show up. Lucky is their the SoCal president of that Grim Bastards charter. He meets with Easy. They talk. And as I predicted, that the Grim Bastards were there to facilitate. They were there to be the mediators for the conflict of the Suns and Mayans, right? And they said the terms, and then they set the meat, right? No weapons, no bloodshed, just peace, because all of this blows back on the rest of us, and we don't need the feds coming down onto us, all right? And it reminds Easy of the history that the Bastards have been in with the Mayans, and that the Mayans have had with the Suns. And Easy says, like, well, yeah, the clubs have history, but I don't know you. We don't have history, so we got to build something here, right? But Bishop knows him. He vouches for him. Hank knows him as well. Look, he's a stand-up guy, so he vouched for him. So it's like, all right, fine, cool. We'll go to LA and we will square this away. Emily meets with the OIG. I'm just gonna call her the OIG because her title is so full. Meets with the OIG, finds out the funding, the money, and all those receipts were for Galindo's house. That in a way, Potter was essentially using. With a phone call, it could be taken away, and with a phone call, it could be given back, as Potter reminds him to, right? So she meets with Emily, and then she ends up meeting with Galindo because Emily leaves completely. Doesn't even want to have this discussion anymore. Once she sees Galindo show up, she just leaves out. And Galindo's talking to her, and she's pretty much threatening him with time, saying, give us everything that you have, all the information that you can have, or that you have, and you will be able to see your son by his wedding. And he's like, do you really think that that's a way to convince someone to do something? I don't believe so. There's no win in it. But Galindo is hustling right now to find some sort of peace, because he knows that as I predicted, here we go. I know. Here we go. Listen. So leading up to that, he actually had a meeting with Potter and Soledad, and they were talking about the cookhouse and being raided, and how Potter essentially owns Galindo at this point. He reminds him of that, and then he goes into a soliloquy about the small genitalia of David, Michelangelo's David. Just strangely, it's well done. Don't get me wrong. The way it's written, it's well done, but it was just like so off-putting, because you know how Potter is. Potter is just this weird, quirky, off-putting guy. Okay. And Eduardo being killed, it kind of screws up the plans too for Potter. It's like, that's not what I was asking to take place. And now all of this is just getting convoluted and screwed. So after that meeting, Galindo goes and he meets with Angel. He finds Angel, he's on his bike, and then he pulls up on him in the truck and he confronts him. And little did he know there were cameras. And who burned down the warehouse? Tell me, because listen, I told y'all. Angel burned it down. I'm telling you, I knew he burned it down. It was so cool to see, like, when that was revealed. It's like, yes, I knew it. Yeah. So he knows, and the kid, he's like, I'm not. If I was here to kill you, you'd already be dead. But I'm not. I need you to get your brother to stop what he's doing. And Angel sits with that for a moment. He's like, okay. And he goes to see Sophia. He talks to Sophia about it, and he ends up spilling some beans, essentially saying, because of his frustration with Easy, it's like, I should have just burned everything down. I shouldn't have just stopped there. I should have burned down everything. Like, why? And it's just like, why, Angel? Why are you telling her this? Like, why, bro? Don't say that. yeah, you know. And then we also dive into Alvarez and his family, right? So they're at a party earlier on in the episode. Alvarez is like being standoffish because he's missing his old life. His wife is really trying to get him to come around, but it's not, and she feels like she's losing him. The kids are missing him. They want their dad around, and he's just not being himself. He's not being around like he used to. It's just not happening. So Bishop shows up. Alvarez doesn't even want to talk to him. It's like, you haven't even been to see me at this point. Like, no. And Bishop is still going strong with Maggie. Bishop meets her son, Richie, and he meets Richie's daughter, and he was able to hold her. And I like that a lot. You could see the emotion in Bishop's face because he lost his son. And he didn't have been, at first, he was hesitant. He was like, I don't know. But he held her, and the baby she just clung to him. And it's just like, that's it's such a sweet moment. Like, there it is. Look at that. Bishop get a win. Get another win for Bishop. And then, Izzy, she and Alvarez later on, they're talking and how she pretty much puts up an ultimatum. You have to lose us or, lose that old way. Like, you had to pick something. So, and then later on, we see Alvarez take his son out to get a burger, and it's great. It's cool, just hanging out. And, that was great. I do wonder, though. I feel like something is going to pull Alvarez back in. I don't know what it's going to be unless his family somehow gets caught up in the conflict and the conflict ends on his doorstep. Then that's when I think he'll get involved. And I'm very, very nervous as to how that's. I don't think. You know what? I'm gonna run with it. If the battle does end up, if this war ends up on Alvarez's doorstep, then he will be getting involved. Absolutely. Also, the moment we all be waiting for. Get ready, drum roll, please. The showdown between Isaac and Easy, and it is tense. Like, you feel like you're walking into this gladiator arena. Like, you know that Bane is going to be there in the pit going toe-to-toe with the Batman. Like, it's phenomenal. And Easy keeps saying the same lines over and over and over again. We will accept your surrender. We will continue to wear the Mayans California patch, and Sam Dino will fall apart as a charter. Will disband as a charter. Like, then those are their terms. And he constantly says that as Isaac is trying to get a rise out of him. Isaac's pissed. He's like, you're boring. I've heard enough of your talking. Like, he's over it. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. He's just like, I'm not leaving until someone dies. He's even torturing them about Coco. Like, where's Coco? I've been looking for him. He gave me this. I just want to return him a favor. Like, he's so snarly. Like, I love Isaac's character. He's so crazy, so sniggly. He's just like, dude is evil beyond measure. Okay. I mean, none of these guys are really good guys, but it's just like, he is just so like slimy. The guy's an eel. Trust him. He is an eel. And so, like, they have that showdown, and he picks his giant as his brute to fight for him, right? And Easy says to his crew, he's like, listen, I said that I bleed with you, right? And he goes toe-to-toe with this giant, and he is getting his behind kicked at first. But then with a reversal! Oh, man. Look, JR, he's climbing the top rope. Like, he hits a mean reversal on the guy, and he just starts bashing his head into the pavement. It's just vicious, and minds are cheering for him, like, get him, get him, get him. Like, they're really putting him down, man. It was great. He took him out. It was a big dude. It was huge. Oh my gosh, yeah. He was definitely well north of like 300 pounds of muscle, straight up. That's insane. Yeah. Also, before that even happened, let's backtrack just a little bit here, okay? Easy meets with Creeper. And honestly, it's tough. I really don't know which one is the best scene between Easy and Creeper, the fight well, the showdown with, well, the meetup with the Mayans, the Grim Bastards, and the Suns. I don't know which scene was better. I don't know, because they both serve such a great purpose, and I loved each scene so much. It's really hard to decide which scene was better, But with the Easy and Creeper scene, and you know, Creeper listening to Easy talk, and he's like visiting him, he's saying he's sorry he didn't come, he still put money on his books, and he's like, I didn't realize, essentially, if I bleed with you, if you bleed, I'll bleed with you. So he's repeating some of Easy's words back to him. He says, no idea that you were a rat. And Easy's face changes completely. And it's subtle, but it's like it has enough where, dag, he knows. Yeah. And he's like, it's not like that. It's, he's trying to do all he can for the club, right? It's not like that. What have you? And they keep having this back and forth. He says, I'm going to tell Hank. He says, okay. You can go ahead and try. And Easy gets up, reaches over like he's about to give Creeper a hug, but he plays it like Creeper is attacking him. He's like, stop, get off me, ah! And Creeper's like, I'm not even doing anything, and he's getting beaten by the officers. And then we see him finally at the end of the episode. Creeper's in solitary, seething with rage, after we see Easy walk into the clubhouse after defeating the giant from the Suns, right? But before he walks in, Sophia says something to him. She says, I have to talk to you about your brother. He said some things. And I'm telling you, I don't know how, knowing Easy, I don't know if he's going to, I don't think he's going to make a big scene out of it. I think he's going to talk to Angel directly. But if he does, if he does make it public, he's kicking Angel out of the club. He's going to kick him out. And I think that's where it plays into where we see him also in that gray hoodie later on. Like, he's not even wearing his mind gear. Whenever we see Angel, he's always got his gear on. Like, always got his gear on. So now it's seeing he's in a gray hoodie. So I think, like, at that point, he becomes civilian. And, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Next episode is going to be insane. I think right now, from episode 4 on, it's just going to keep upping the ante, honestly. I hope it's more than 10 episodes at this point. Like, if we're not getting a finals, obviously this is the final season. I just hope it's extended. I really hope it's not 10. I'm pretty sure it is 10. But, man, it's like, there's so much. There's so much to just like get into and still do and like get through, man. I hope that the Bastards also continue to play a role throughout this. I love to see more of him. I really like Lucky's character. I think he's dope. I think that at some point we just have to know like what is going to become of Galindo, what is going to become of his relationship with the Mayans now. With Easy still going to attack as much as possible. He wants it, and he's not trying to be stopped by anybody. And I think that is going to put Easy and Miguel are going to be at a full head-on collision at some point. And maybe Easy takes him out. Maybe Easy kills Galindo. And that's how Emily completely escapes. It's not by her doing, it's by Easy saving her, essentially. Indirectly, but or she catches wind of it, or he tells her, and that she's free. I don't know. What do you think? You tell me. You guys let me know. That was a very quick review this time. I know all the other reviews have been much, much longer. But no, this one had so much. I think the difference with this episode is there was so much action as well as story that everything was pretty much set up perfectly. That, it wasn't just kind of other points and that we had to discuss other story. Obviously there's story points, but things that I don't have to harp on as much, you know. So I'm very curious. Let me know what you think is going to take place in the next episode. I'm glad you all came. I'm glad you all saw this episode. I'm glad that I saw this episode. I'm glad that you're here watching this review. It's good to have you here. Love you all dearly. Please, if you like my videos, if you like my channel, support my channel. Like, share, subscribe as much as possible. You know, you can follow me on all my socials down there. And if you want to donate, you can donate at my Cashapp down there. I really enjoy having you all here. I want to be able to create bigger and better things too. So I'm going to have to get some more editing software or find some way to get some more space here too, because I love doing those breakdown videos for you all. So much fun. So I can't wait to see you all next week for Mayans Season 5, Episode 6. So I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Y'all gonna check me out at these here socials. I'll see you all in the next one. And by the way, make sure that you stay tuned for all types of content that I got going on at this here channel. Remember, one pack, one nation, one smooth hell.